We have a question from a viewer who noticed the coverage of the recent food fraud cases coming to light in the Twin Cities, and the viewer is wondering whether or not there might be some changes in legislation that would result as a result of some of that activity. Obviously, there's a lot we don't know, and it's important to recall that these are allegations; they're not necessarily proven. So there are some due process kinds of issues that lurk at the bottom of this we have to be conscious of. But let's start with you, Senator Ruud. Since I screwed it up here last time, we'll go to you first here, and maybe you can talk a little bit about this question and whether or not you think the legislature is going to take any action in this legislative session on that particular problem. Floor is yours.
And I'll be really quick because I have not followed this at all because it's just not in my wheelhouse, and I have many other things, and I'm sure that I have three other experts here, but I have not followed that issue.
All right, very good. Representative Wazlawik, your thoughts?
So I think, like Senator Ruud, not in my wheelhouse, but I think there's a lot of information we still don't know, and I think with the ongoing investigation, we'll find out more. What I do know, at least what I've heard, and I won't say this is proven because I don't know what has, but what I've heard from MDE was that they had tried to stop payments because they had suspicions about some activities that were going on, and then they were overruled by the courts. And so I think there's certainly we can have conversations around if there was something missed on their part, but I really think. I don't know what the exact answer is, but I think as we learn more about the investigation and more things become public, that we'll have a better opportunity to understand what went wrong and hopefully make some fixes, whether that's through the legislature, or through agencies and how their processes work.
All right, Senator Putnam.
Well, at the risk of redundancy, this is hardly my area of expertise either. But I would say that people do bad stuff sometimes. They do, and we have to be vigilant and try and decrease the opportunities for bad stuff to be done by people. And one of the ways that we can do that, I think, two things I think are important as we think about this. One is not to focus on any specific industry or any specific individual, any specific situation. Realize that people do bad stuff in lots of different places in lots of different ways, with lots of different opportunities. But the second thing I think is we have to think about how we fund the agencies who investigate these issues. Everyone has been incredibly overworked over the last couple of years, and our agencies are underfunded in their capacity to have the person power to investigate some things sometimes. So I think that's another thing to keep on the radar is how we support those agencies who are responsible for oversight. It's really easy for us as legislators to come up with new laws that say you have to do this, you have to do that. But it's hard, I think, and it takes some political courage to actually put the resources into those people who have to enforce those rules.
Okay, right. And finally, last but certainly not least, Representative Igo, your thoughts on this particular issue?
Like those before me, I'm not too versed on this issue. Like I said, I think this gives me a great opportunity for something I need to look into. I think all of us kind of focus on our own expertise areas that are created by our constituents. That's why I ran for office. Those are the issues I carry. I have a playbook that I bring to St. Paul, and it's the ideas for my communities. And my communities, I haven't heard about this issue yet. So for me to speak too much about it would be wrong. But I will be looking into it because the more versed I am on things, the better legislator I can be for not only my constituents, but the state of Minnesota.